Hello, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross-stitch.
One stitch at a time. Today is Monday, June 26th. Someone had a birthday over the weekend.
I'm 40.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, doesn't feel any different than 39.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just, there's something, I think the most annoying thing was I had to get my license, and the Ohio BMV is really good about telling you what identification you need to get a new ID, but they don't have anywhere listed that if you already have the ID, you don't need to bring any of that.
Yeah, for the federal real ID thing. Anyways, it was a thing. It was a thing.
Well,
How was everybody's week last week? We had a pretty good week.
Yeah, I haven't been at work since Thursday, and I'm not going back till Tuesday because I have vacation time. My birthday is on Saturday, so I took off Friday, Monday, and literally did jack and squat because that's what I wanted to do for my birthday. I'm not the go out and do something type. I have a comfy chair. I have a nice pool.
That we barely got to use this summer.
The summer just started 3 days ago. Actually, no, 5 days ago.
Probably September before we know it. Okay, so yeah, my niece was visiting for the week, so spent lots of time with her, didn't get a lot of stitching done. Taught her how to cross stitch. Yes, I did. And she is quite good at it, I must say.
Mini Laura.
Yes. So, we took her to an alpaca farm that's in the area, and I kid you not, people, I will try to find the picture so I can put it in at the end of our intro. Baby alpaca was born, like, right in front of us. I didn't take a picture, like, we didn't realize what was going on until after, it was here and it was kind of cleaned up. And that's when we realized that baby alpaca was that baby up there was just born. Like, it just came from mama. So, that was cool.
Yep.
We didn't see the yucky part, but we did get to see a fresh newborn. Wasn't even standing on its own, baby alpaca. Not him.
Can certain delivery companies please get that prompt? And distributors.
Right.
We got our cable box back.
Yes, we got our cable box back after I threw a bit of a hissy on the public Facebook page. Like, it wasn't a hissy. I was just like, something's got to give, But that's what it gave. So I also took my niece. My mom and I took my niece. My mom and I. When I say we, my mom and I took my niece to All Fired Up in Medina, which is ceramics painting, and she had a ball. So, not much stitching this week, but I did get, not much stitching early in the week. Over the weekend, I did get a lot of stitching in. We'll get there.
I beat Zelda.
Maybe it's Zelda. So, why don't we shout out our commenters?
I'm just going to ask you when I hit the weird one, you can tell me who it is.
Okay.
Cheap Girl Stitches, Susie Scott, Andre.
That's Janet.
Hi, Janet. Bridget Drew, Angie, Teresa, Victoria, PD Stitcher,
Sarah. Our friend.
Wait a minute, the other one fixed itself.
Sarah at Sister Lou Stitches. Kind of. I know who that is because she told me.
Okay.
So.
YouTube decided to make usernames weird.
Yeah, and sometimes it gives you just your email, so. But thank you all so much for watching our video and commenting.
Yep. Do it again!
We appreciate it. Okay. Why don't we move into whips then?
Okay.
Whips. Yeah, he didn't stitch.
Video games.
Video games, I stitched. You saw prompt 1 of Country Music Week last week. Country Music Week last week, which was something that should have come with a warning label, which was Tales Old as Time. So,
no stitches.
Right. I use this for something other than what I have it listed here for, because there's way more stitches than that. For something that has been screaming for your attention and that you want to stitch all the time, Joe chose Jardin Privé's Scissors and Bobbins. That's the English translation of the French words that I can't say. I use this for more than what I wrote down, but I don't know what else I used it for. So, here's a preview of what it looked like last time you saw it. And here's what it looks like now. I did 737 stitches on it. While we were paused, I went and looked up the other thing I did on it. I did this for something that's demanding your attention, something that you want to spend all of your time stitching on, and then the eye for the monthly, because I think the big old flowers on here, this guy, I think these guys look like impatiens. So 737 stitches, the spools on this side all done, and then most of the stuff that's sitting on top of the spools with the exception of half of this impatient. So I have a sun up here to finish the alphabet. There's some grass and some stuff on the grass there, and then the stitching line, and this will be done hopefully soon. This is on a piece of 32 count light mocha Belfast linen. My friend gifted this to me for my birthday a couple years ago. I'll kit it up. So, working on getting that sucker done. Yes, my fancy stitching bag there is a Ziploc bag. It is what it is. Okay, so then, for something I was not fond of originally, and the letter M on the monthly prompt, I worked on Mill Hills Button and Beads Farmers Market. There we go. And here's a preview of where it started. Here's where I got to. I did 594 stitches. I am stitching this on a piece of fabric. We had issues with the plastic paper, and I wanted to throw it, so I just switched it to a piece of fabric. So I have all of the eggplant stitched, all of the broccoli stitched. I do not have the beads on those. And then this last box is the radish. I was working on this while I was at my mother's house. I was like, I am not going to try to bead while A, I'm at my mom's house, and B, my niece is sitting there going, Aunt Laura, I need help with this. Aunt Laura, I need help with that. Because, you know, there was some I need help with starting to stitch, with learning how to stitch. But she did do really good, and she picked it up really quick. Oh, and then I put borders around the tomatoes, the four corners. So the tomatoes, the green beans, and the eggplant have a dark tan border. It shows up better in person. Just because there's no background stitched, because I am doing it on fabric versus paper. So I edited it a little bit. But, so the radish, its border, and all the beading down here, and it'll be done. Yay, I've got a couple that are close to finishes. Yay! And that was it for the weekly, for Cowboy Week. Cowboy Week was only 200 stitch counts. I did use a pass on one of the prompts. Don't ask me which one, because now I don't remember. And I don't have it pulled up. But, so then that led us into the weekend. Over the weekend, we had a pop-up from Daily 30, because summer solstice was last week. Last Wednesday? The 21st. Yeah. I think. I have a calendar right in front of me, y'all.
24th for Saturday.
21st was Wednesday. Okay, so we also had, We could double dip that with our Olympics, one of our Olympics projects. But we also had, in Floss in Space, our weekend surprise event was a new start. I decided to start something. I took out one of 2 versions of this kit I own because 2 people have bought it for me. It says, I can't adult today. It is a Dimensions kit. And there was no prompts associated with the pop-up for Daily 30. It was just stitch. There was 5 200 stitches and 1 300 stitches. I did 996 stitches on this. And it's finished. So this got 4 prompts completely done, 1 partially done. 4 pop-up prompts completely done, 1 partially done. And the whole thing is done. So, go me. Overachiever much? It wasn't super complicated of a project to work on. I mean, so that was fun. So that was that. I finished that up early yesterday. Well, early afternoon, early evening yesterday. So then I wanted to stitch for a little bit more. I needed to finish my pop-up, the last half of the prompt number 5, and then prompt number 6 was to do 300 stitches. I did go into my double dip in one of my Olympics, which was the Shannon Christine belt, because I haven't stitched on this one yet. And this is where it was when I started. And here's where I got to on this. I did 500 and... Hold on. I did 559 stitches of it on it, which was all skirt fill-in. So now I just have, so there was, I don't know, a couple lines up here. You'll get a better visualization than I have right now. So I have to finish filling in here, here, and there, and then bead the bottom half of her skirt, rip that out, and stitch it in with granite, because I hate the way it looks. So we are closing in on a finish on this. So, and the Olympics that I did this one for was Barcelona, Spain. Oh, we're fuzzy. It was Olympics 25, which was in Barcelona, Spain. That is a 1,200 stitch count Olympics. Like I said, I got 559 stitches on it. So that's about half done. So when I do my stitching next weekend, I'll just do 650 or whatever it is on that. That has been my stitching for the week. Now, no haul, so we will go to plans and announcements. Plans and announcements.
I plan to be crazy.
You do it well.
Okay.
Okay, so I have 2 more monthlies to finish before Friday. I'm going to focus on those tomorrow because it's the R and the E from Summertime and Cottage Garden Samplings. The reindeer will fit both of those because reindeer and there's evergreen trees on it. And I'm fairly confident I can get most of that done tomorrow. So then, International Fairy Week, International Fairy Day week, Because International Fairy Day was the 24th. It's always the Saturday after summer solstice. So that was the week we got for this week. My plan is, because I really want to stitch on most of this, my plan is to focus on this. If it drags into next week, that's okay. I know what next week's prompts are. I'm not real thrilled with them, so they're just not something that interests me. So I have no idea what I'm doing for any of these. Stitch on a whip with a house or a building. So that has a house. No, that has a house. That has a house. That has a house.
Victoria Way.
Technically that has a house too. Victorian Way it is. Stitch on your spookiest whip. I only have one spooky whip. As you notice, I didn't do my style prompt for last week either, so that's the style prompt for this week. That's the style for this week. The style offering for the...
You're going to be doing extra stitches on your cryptids.
Supernaturals. Yes. I will stitch cryptids when I get done with supernaturals. Yes. Stitch on a whip with water. That has snow. It's frozen water. I think that's actually all that's on this list. This is the list of projects I have not stitched on. You guys can't read that. Not that you really need to, but this is a list of projects that I've not stitched on. That has frozen water. That's about it. Because there's no snow on that.
And the only one you have the actual water you stitched on recently.
That's got frozen water.
I love you.
I love you. So we can do that.
Okay.
Okay, so stitch on a whip related to St. Patrick's holiday or containing gold. Technically, Cathedral Wood Goddess has gold chronic on it. I think that's the only one that's got gold on it.
Okay, that works.
Stitch on a whip tied to a season. Winter. Fall. Winter. Very much so. Should have probably written this down. I'll forget.
And then that one was number 4, you said? And then the rest of them are 1-ofs anyway.
Yeah. This was number 3. This would work for... No, this was 5.
Mother Nature is wrecking
This
her
was
lighting.
4. Sorry. I do have a free pass somewhere in here that I can use. So that may get used at some point. Probably, yeah, like he said for the water one.
Use the pass that says stretch. You get save the judges some trouble.
Well, yeah, it would save me some trouble. I was originally going to use it for the St. Patrick's Day or gold one, and then I realized Wood Goddess actually does have gold Krynic on it. That counts, if you ask me, and if it doesn't, I'll argue with them. But, I don't think they're going to tell me no.
The thing is...
What?
There's one thing about St. Patrick's that'd be real easy to tie into it, but I don't see you ever stitching one.
I don't think there's a leprechaun on...
Nope.
Supernaturals. What?
Snakes.
Nope.
Because that's his entire legend.
I'm going to look at Supernaturals and see if there's a leprechaun on it.
Wait, you have a Gorgon.
A Gorgon.
They have snakes for hair.
Does it have a Gorgon on it?
Well, Medusa.
But I don't know if she's on Miss Supernaturals.
Well, double check, because she has snakes for hair. So if St. Patrick bumped into her, she'd be bald. And please put it like that, too, because I want to give somebody a laugh.
Mm-hmm. Kid's not there. Hold, please. There is not a leprechaun on here.
No Medusa?
No Medusa. No Medusa. Darn it!
Well, you want to stretch it a mile? Banshees are also from Ireland.
It's got to relate to St. Patrick's Day or gold. That's fine. We'll use Wood Goddess and use her gold horn stitches.
Okay.
So, and then next weekend's Olympics project. I am seriously considering swapping that stamped piece I have into one of my Olympic spots, taking Greyhound Year out, because I can utilize that for prompts because there's a lot of stuff on it.
You could actually use Greyhound Year for the St. Patrick's one.
You're right, I could.
Because March, that is what the Greyhound is dressed up as, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I think, but I'm thinking that I want to do that because I have not stitched on my stamped. So my stamped cross-stitch piece is a heart that's made up of succulents. I haven't stitched on it since I started it last summer because I can't fit it into prompts. I've got to figure out how to be able to count the stitches, but I think I have that figured out because it didn't come with the chart.
I'm gonna be a dork. You probably can't do this, but somebody watching who's a part of the Daily 30 might be able to use this one. If you random prompt for that you can use with the St. Patrick's Day, beer.
Well, that's true.
By the grace, Americans drink a lot of beer.
Yes.
On St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
So specifically American. I don't think the Irish need a day to do that.
No. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to swap Greyhound Year out and put my stamped succulent piece into my Olympics. So since I've stitched on all 4 of my Olympic pieces, you get to pick a new one. So it would be Belle, Raven, Queen, the stamped heart succulent, or O Feathers.
Let the rookie take a shot at it.
Fair enough.
You usually put your one of your least. Is it ninth is the worst person and first is the second worst for baseball? Pitching
No.
batting lineup?
Not necessarily. Because our worst batter actually bats 8th. So, the Guardians' worst batter actually bats 8th. You put your best batters at 3, 4, and 5. And then you just kind of put everybody everywhere else.
For 1 and 2, I don't like worst for home runs, but you want people who are really good at getting on base.
Yes, so 1 and 2, 1, 2, and often 3. You want guys who are really good at getting on base. Our 3rd batter is one of our best hitters, but our 4 and 5 batters are also really good hitters too. And and our manager makes it really, really difficult for the opposing team because our 3 and 4 hitters are really, really good. Because teams like to try to pitch around or intentionally walk our 3rd slot hitter, and with our 4th slot hitter, you can't do that. Random things about baseball that I know. Okay, so that plans the week. Announcements. If you have seen anything here that you would like to order, please shoot me a message. Still trying to figure out how I'm revamping the website to make it a little bit more shopper friendly. Right now it's very me friendly where I can plunk stuff into the cart and send you an invoice. And frankly right now with the fact that I am doing this out of my house, it's a lot easier to send me a message because I don't have a lot of inventory. Most places are relatively quick at sending me stuff with the exception of one company, and I will let you know if you want something from that company. So, alright, that is it for the week. I don't think it's been a terribly long video. But I don't think it's been terribly short, so.
Okay.
What would we like the people to do?
Have a really nice week.
Yes, have a great week, folks.
Hopefully the weather cooperates because it's not with me. Please like, comment, subscribe, bell notifications, give me Bobby, the whole YouTube spiel. Because it really does help with the YouTube algorithm so we can try to get some new, so that we can try to get more people to see our videos so we can get a subscriber count up so we can do fun things. I'd love to get, like, ooh, that's not random. But we'll do that. We'll talk about that.
Okay. So, we will see you all next week.
Bye!
Bye!